game streak, and that's just not something that happens around here very often.
Yeah, it's definitely not. The culture's been established. It's a winning culture traditionally, and 5 weeks in a row we've been on the wrong side of it. So it's tough. It's very frustrating. Obviously, it's pretty easy to be motivated when you've lost 5 in a row. So if you're looking for the positives, I guess that's one of the few.
Hey, in your estimation, how tough is Taysom playing through what he's been going?
Sometimes I just look at him and I'm kind of like, dude, I don't know how exactly you're able to continue going or battling through the various things through his career. Yeah, he's a warrior for sure, and it's great to have guys like that on the team. You're playing, he's going to be accountable to you, and he's going to leave everything he has out on the field, and he expects you to do the same. So it's great. He's a great teammate, great quarterback. Just love playing with him.
Hey, you're somebody, you played with Lamar, right?
Yep.
What's the difference when you're playing with somebody like Lamar, like Taysom, who's going to be moving around, can scramble? Like how does that change the thing for you?
I think there's a certain level of risk management from a defensive standpoint. You can be aggressive and maybe blitz and pressure and try to kind of contain guys like that in the pocket, and that's great until it's not, and they break out and they run for 30 yards. So I think just understanding that hey, we might see a few different schemes from our perspective, and these are some things that they might try to do to contain him, to maybe keep him in the pocket, and to make sure that he's not going to beat them in 4 different ways. They're going to try to limit how many ways he could beat you.
And I don't think this was an issue last week, but if he's kind of moving side to side laterally in the pocket, you have to kind of watch out for holding penalties and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just one of those things you got to know when. You have to understand, okay, you're blocking, and then at the last second, a guy's gonna kind of shut off, and you got to understand, just you got to let go. The block's over. I've done everything I can to that point, and let go and move on.
What's the toughest injury you've ever played through?
Back injury, for sure. Missed some time. This was, I think, 5 years ago now. Herniated discs, missed some time, and back injuries. Anyone that's had them, football or not, you just know. You can lay down on the couch and be in pain. So those are pretty terrible.
What were your overall impressions of the way the offense functioned in the first game with Taysom playing from the beginning to the end?
I think there was a lot of good things on film. Overall, I think we can't turn the ball over. Some of those giving up too much pressure. Kind of the pocket's getting collapsed, and he's having to make throws. Whether it's backing up or kind of off balance, stuff like that. But yeah, I think we did some good things. We ran the ball well. I think there were some moments in the game where we were able to get some momentum and sustain some drives, which we weren't as consistent maybe in weeks past doing that. So I think that was really good. I think there's a lot of things that we saw that were encouraging that we know we can build on that maybe 3-4 weeks ago we weren't doing, and we saw some glimpses. So we're pretty happy with a few of those things.
You feel like you have a good rhythm with the blocking when on the quarterback runs and stuff like that? Some of those seem pretty effective.
Yeah, definitely. They were really effective. Taysom's great. So much of that is timing when the quarterback's running as opposed to the running back. There's a handoff, and the quarterback, when he's running, he catches a snap and he can go. So a lot of it's timing and him pausing. But Taysom's he's really good at setting those blocks up for us and making it feel like, to us, within the play, it feels like any other run play, and he's just so good at making us right, really.
Did the hurdle look different on film than what you saw on the field?
It was impressive both times, in a different way. Yeah, but it was like, I guess New England maybe. I was right up close and personal on that one, and then saw that one from afar. But yeah, I feel like he's jumping above my shoulders. After running full speed, so it's crazy.
How weird is it to have a quarterback who runs for 100 yards in an NFL game and he's on your team?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling to know that. Not only are we able to run the ball, but it keeps them off balance, right? They can't just plan on, all of your running back runs. You've got to account for Taysom, back there by himself being able to run the ball. So that's good to stress the defense in a lot of different ways.
Obviously, you're on the other side of the line, so you don't see how he's playing in the game. But what did film show that how Jordan did?
Oh, sorry, who?
Mills.
Jordan? Oh, yeah. I thought it was pretty good. First game with us. I've seen him play in years past. He's obviously an experienced veteran player. He was going against very fresh DeMarcus Orth and Micah Parsons, which are two really good players, but I thought he did a good job. He's ferocious. He's got a lot of energy. He brings a lot of energy in the way that he plays. Very physical style. Yeah, I mean, he obviously knows that it wasn't a perfect game for him, but I think overall it was good.
What's the difference between blocking for like a runner that's Taysom style and one that runs kind of like more creatively, I guess, like Lamar?
I think it's just different. I think Taysom is like so powerful, right? So he's running. You realize he's like outrunning linebackers and DBs at times, and then he's going to put his foot in the ground and run somebody over. Whereas, you know, Lamar is probably, he's just more shifty, going to make people totally miss, make them look bad. But the way that Taysom runs just brings so much energy. Like when you see your quarterback 30 yards down the field running over a 260-pound player that is trying to tackle him, it's just a testament to kind of his mindset when he plays. And you know, we all know that he's putting it all out on the field. He's giving everything he has. You know, they're going to have to pull him off the field if he can't go anymore. And you just love it. You love blocking for a guy like that. You love that he's your quarterback.